Good morning children. Welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Now we shall discuss K for revision assignment number 2, which is based on unit 4 reading A. We are given 5 sentences. So read those sentences and underline the relative clauses. Relative clauses are the clauses which have relative pronouns who, whose, which, that, etc. So let us identify the relative clauses in the given sentences. The first sentence is, the part Maggie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. Okay, so in this, the relative clause is where she had to put homework and the test papers. Okay, in the sentence, the part Maggie hated most was the slot. Which slot? Where she had to put homework and test paper. So this relative clause is relating to this slot. It is describing this slot. What did she hate? The slot where she had to put the homework and test paper. So that is the relative clause which is referring to the slot. Okay, which is describing the slot. The second sentence. This is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Okay, in this sentence, the relative clause is from that. This is the old kind of school. Which school? That they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Okay, so this relative clause is describing the school. The school that they had hundreds and hundreds years ago. We use relative clause who for persons and which and that for things. Now, the third sentence. She was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. Okay, so here the relative clause is from when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. Okay, she was thinking about the old schools they had when it is from when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy is the relative clause which is referring to the time when they had the grandfather's grandfather was an old little boy. It was a little boy. They turned the pages which were yellow and crinky. Okay. So here the relative clause is which were old and crinky, which is referring to the pages. Okay. It is modifying pages. They turned the pages which were old and crinky. So, which were old and crinky is the relative clause. Then, the last sentence. It was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to move on a screen. Okay, so the relative clauses from that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen. So that is the relative clause. Okay, it is referring to the words that stood still. Okay, so this relative clause is modifying words. Okay, so that was today's key. Thank you children. Have a good day.